Good evening. Good evening, Saxy. Who else is here? Good evening, Purple. Good evening, Anta. Kurisuchi. Good evening. Good evening, Q's. Hello, everyone. Did you eat yet? Can you hear me properly? Is my volume fine? I don't really know. Yeah? This is gonna be a quick stream tonight because I just, I just wanted to go live for a little bit just to make myself fall asleep for, I don't know, to make myself a little sleepy, I guess. I just wanted to read to you guys. I don't have a new mic. I saw a while ago if someone was asking if I had a new mic. No, I'm still using the same mic. But right now I have a goal. I don't know if you can see it because it's like really small. It's like down there. I have a donation goal for a new mic so I can get a new mic because this mic is dying. It's dying. This is a really old mic. This mic's been... Hi, Ghost. This mic is being used. It's been, I don't know, it's been beaten up, I guess. It's been used for a while now. Even before I started streaming, it's been used on a lot of things, like before it was given to me. So I think it's reaching the end of its lifespan. So tonight, thank you, Ghost. So tonight, I just wanted to read to you guys and maybe help you all sleep since it's also really late. This is just gonna be a quick stream. I'm just gonna read you I guess one of my favorite children's books. You're building Gunpla? Is that what you're doing, Saxy? But yeah, I wanted to read you guys my one of my favorite children's books. It's called Hope for the Flowers. It's by Trina Paulos. I don't know if you guys know it, but I really like this book. When I read this book when I was younger, I don't know why, but yes, I'm going to be reading to all of you, Fenris. Hello. Yeah, wait, let me put in the soothing background music. There you go. The echo is something. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the reverb was still on. There you go. There you go. No more reverb. But I don't mind if you guys sleep. You know, just leave me on here as I read to you all. Maybe I should like label this as ASMR instead of just chatting. Yeah, I should change it to ASMR. I don't even know if this is considered ASMR, but yeah. That was the wrong... I guess just chatting is the wrong category for this. There you go. I changed it to ASMR. So yeah, I was talking for 5 minutes already. Anyway, let me change scenes right now. This is Hope for the Flowers. I really like this book. Hello, I'm Nine. Good evening. You're done washing the dishes. That's good. Can you guys hear the background music? This is my first time attempting an ASMR. Well, somewhat of an ASMR. I don't know. I have to watch the VOD later. I don't even know if this is gonna be. My voice is in ASMR. Thank you. I will do my best to read this book to you guys because I really like this book. Not really like, I love this book. It's actually funny because I don't have a physical copy of this book. I enjoy reading children's books a lot because sometimes they hit different as an adult because children's books are meant to teach children some lessons, I guess, the basic life lessons. And I think as adults we forget about these basic lessons, and sometimes we relearn these lessons at significant parts of our lives. And, you know, reading children's books reminds us that, you know, there are things that we have to remember. Thank you for the flower, Bonso. Thank you. Anyway, let's start. Let's start with this book. This is Hope for the Flowers by Trina Paulus. It's a different sort of book for everyone, except for those who have given up completely, and even they might secretly enjoy it. So yeah, this is one of those children's books that I really like. Like, I just found a PDF online. I hope I don't get demonetized or banned for this. But yeah. A tale, partly about life, partly about revolution, and lots about hope for adults and others, including caterpillars who can read. Many thanks to everyone all over the world who has helped me believe in the butterfly. This is the tale of a caterpillar. 14, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you. So, I don't know if... hopefully you guys get to read like some children's books like I have. Because there's this book series by Shel Silverstein. I don't know if I can find it here. Maybe if we have time later, I'll look for it. I have physical copies of those books. And although it's more pictures than reading, it's a really good read. Hi, Blink. Welcome, Blink. Many thanks to everyone all over the world who has helped me. You grew up on Roald Dahl. Oh, I've yet to read their work. I've yet to read their work, Fenris. I'll check it out when I remember. Thank you for the flower, Opti. This is the tale of a caterpillar. Oh, thank you for the hydrated posture check. Actually, yeah. Oh, he was the one who made the Fantastic Mr. Fox. I only know about Fantastic Mr. Fox from the movie, from the claymation movie. Yeah. I actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was Wes Anderson, right? Or am I thinking of another movie? Not sure. Anyway, this is the tale of a caterpillar who has trouble becoming what he really is. It is like myself, like us. Love, Trina. To the more of love, the real revolution, and my father who believed in it. Chapter 1. Once upon a time, a tiny striped caterpillar burst from the egg, which had been home for so long. "Hello, world," he said. "It sure is bright out here in the sun." "I'm hungry," he thought, and straight away he began to eat the leaf he was born on, and he ate another, and another, and another, and got bigger and bigger and bigger. Until one day, he stopped eating and thought, there must be more to life than just eating and getting bigger. It's getting dull. So Stripe crawled down from the friendly tree which had shaded and fed him. He was seeking more. There were all sorts of new things to find. Grass and dirt and holes and tiny bugs. Each fascinated him, but nothing satisfied him. When he came across some other crawlers like himself, he was especially excited. But they were so busy eating they had no time to talk. Just as Stripe had been. "They don't know any more about life than I do," he sighed. Then one day, Stripe saw some crawlers really crawling. He looked around for their goal and saw a great column rising high into the air. When he joined them, he discovered the column was a pile of squirming, pushing caterpillars, a caterpillar pillar. It appeared that the caterpillars were trying to reach the top, but the top was so lost in the clouds that Stripe had no idea what was there. He felt new excitement, like sap rising in the spring. Maybe I'll find what I'm looking for. Full of agitation, Stripe asked a fellow crawler, "Do you know what is happening?" "I just arrived myself," said the other. Nobody has time to explain. They're so busy trying to get wherever they're going up there. "But what's at the top?" continued Stripe. "No one knows that either, but it must be awfully good because everybody's rushing there. Goodbye. I have no more time." He plunged into the pile. Stripe's head was bursting with a new drive. He couldn't get his thoughts together. Every second, another crawler passed him and disappeared into the pillar. There's only one thing to do. He pushed himself in. The first moments on the pile were a shock. Stripe was pushed and kicked and stepped on from every direction. It was climb or be climbed. No more fellow caterpillars on Stripe's pile. They became only threats and obstacles which he turned into steps and opportunities. The single-minded approach really helped, and Stripe felt he was getting much higher. But some days it seemed he could manage only to keep his place. It was especially then that an anxious shadow nagged inside. "What's at the top?" it whispered. "Where are we going?" On one exasperated day, Stripe couldn't stand it any longer. He actually yelled back. "I don't know, but there's no time to think about it." A little yellow caterpillar he was crawling over gasped. "I was just talking to myself," Stripe mumbled. "It really isn't important. I was just wondering, where are we going?" "You know," Yellow said, "I was wondering that myself. But since there's no way to find out, I decided it wasn't important." She blushed at how silly this sounded, quickly adding, "No one else seems to worry about where we're going, so it must be good." But she blushed again. How far are we from the top? Stripe answered gravely. Since we're not at the bottom and not at the top, we must be in the middle. Oh, said Yellow, and they both began climbing again. But now, Stripe had a new feeling. He felt bad. He had lost his single-mindedness. How can I step on someone I've just talked to? Stripe avoided Yellow as much as possible, but one day, there she was, blocking the only way up. Well, I guess it's you or me, he said, and stepped squarely on her head. Something in the way Yellow looked at him made him feel just awful about himself. Like, no matter what's up there, it just isn't worth it. Stripe crawled off Yellow and whispered, "I'm sorry." And Yellow began to cry. I could stand this life hoping in what was ahead until I met you, talking to yourself that day. Since then, my heart hasn't been in it, but I don't know what to do. I didn't know how badly I felt about this life until now. Now when you look at me so kindly, I know for sure I don't like this life. I just want to do something like crawl with you and nibble grass. Stripe's heart leapt inside. Everything looked different. The pillar made no sense at all. I would like that too, he whispered. But this meant giving up the climb. A hard decision. Yellow dear, maybe we're close to the top. Maybe if we help each other, we can get there quickly. Maybe, she said. But they both knew this wasn't what they wanted most. Let's go down, Yellow said. Okay. And they stopped climbing. They clung to each other as masses of caterpillars crawled over them. The air was terrible, but they were happy with each other and made a big ball so nobody could step in their eyes and stomachs. They did nothing for what seemed a long time. Suddenly, they didn't feel anything crawling over them. They unrolled and opened their eyes. They were at the side of the caterpillar pillar. Hi, Stripe, said Yellow. Hi, Yellow, said Stripe. And they crawled off into the some fresh green grass to eat and take a nap. Just before they fell asleep, Stripe hugged Yellow. Being together like this is a sure different feeling from being crushed in that crowd. It sure is. She smiled and closed her eyes. So Yellow and Stripe romped in the grass and ate and grew fat and loved each other. They were so glad not to be fighting everybody every moment. It was like heaven for a while, but as time passed, even hugging each other seemed a little boring. Each knew every hair of each other. Stripe couldn't help wondering, there must be still more to life. Yellow saw how restless he was and tried to make him extra happy and comfortable. Just think how much better this is than that awful mess we had left, she said. But we don't know what's at the top, he answered. Maybe we were wrong to come down. Maybe now that we've rested, the two of us could make it to the top. Dear Stripe, please, she begged. We can have a nice home and we love each other and that's enough. It's much more than all those lonely climbers have. She was so sure. Stripe let her convince him, but only for a while. Stripe's hankering for the climbing life worsened. The pillar haunted him. He crawled there regularly, looking up and wondering. But the top remained clouded. One day, at the pillar, 3 thuds started Stripe. 3 big caterpillars had fallen from some place and smashed. 2 seemed dead, but 1 still wiggled. Stripe whispered, "What happened?" "Can I help?" He made out just a few words. "The top, they'll see. Butterflies alone." The caterpillar died. Stripe crawled home and told Yellow. They were both very sober and quiet. What did the mysterious message mean? Had the caterpillars fallen from the very top? Finally, Stripe announced, "I've got to know. I must go and find out the secret of the top." And more gently, "Will you come and help me?" Yellow struggled inside. She loved Stripe and wanted to be with him. She wanted to help succeed. But she just couldn't believe that the top was worth all it asks to get there. She wanted to get up too. The crawling life wasn't enough for her either. She also had to admit it looked like the pile was the only way to do it. Stripe seemed too sure that Yellow felt ashamed not to agree. She also felt stupid and embarrassed since she couldn't never put her reasons into words that his kind of logic would accept. Yet somehow, waiting and not being sure was better than action she couldn't believe in. She couldn't explain. She couldn't prove anything. But for all her love, she couldn't go with Stripe. She just knew climbing was a wrong way to get high. "No," she said, heartsick, and Stripe left her for his climb. Yellow was desolate without Stripe. She crawled daily to the pile looking for him and returning home at night sad, but half relieved that she never saw him. If she had, she feared she might plunge after him knowing that she shouldn't. She felt like doing something, anything rather than this uncertain waiting. "What in the world do I really want?" she sighed. "It seems different every few minutes. But I know there must be more." Finally, she became numb and wandered away from everything familiar. One day, a gray-haired caterpillar hanging upside down on a branch surprised her. He seemed caught in some hairy stuff. "You seem in trouble," she said. "Can I help?" "No, my dear. I have to do this to become a butterfly." Her whole inside leapt. Butterfly. That word, she thought. "Tell me, sir, what is a butterfly?" "It is what you are meant to become. It flies with beautiful wings and joins the heaven to earth. It drinks only nectar from the flowers and carries the seeds to love from one flower to another. Without butterflies, the world would soon have few flowers." "It can't be true," gasped Yellow. "How can I believe there's a butterfly inside you or me when all I see is a fuzzy worm?" "How does one become a butterfly?" she asked pensively. "You must want to fly so much that you are willing to give up being a caterpillar." "You mean to die?" asked Yellow, remembering the 3 who fell out of the sky. "Yes and no," he answered. "What looks like you will die, but what's really you will still live. Life is changed, not taken away. Isn't that different from those who die without ever becoming butterflies?" "And if I decide to become a butterfly," said Yellow hesitantly, "what do I do?" "Watch me. I'm making a cocoon." "It looks like I'm hiding, I know, but a cocoon is no escape. It's an in-between house where the change takes place. It's a big step since you can never return to caterpillar life. During the change, It will seem to you or to anyone who might peek that nothing is happening. But the butterfly is already becoming. It just takes time. And there's something else. Once you're a butterfly, you can really love. The kind of love that makes a new life. It's better than all the hugging caterpillars can do. "Oh, let me go get Stripe," Yellow said. But she sadly knew he was far into the pile to possibly reach. "Don't be sad," said her new friend. "If you change, you can fly and show him how beautiful butterflies are. Maybe he will want to become one too." Yellow was torn in anguish. What if Stripe comes back and I'm not there? What if he doesn't recognize my new self? Suppose he decides to stay a caterpillar. At least we can do something as caterpillars. We can crawl and eat. We can love in some way. How can two cocoons get together at all? How awful to get stuck in a cocoon. How could she risk the only life she knew when it seemed so unlikely she could ever be a glorious winged creature? What did she have to go on, seeing another caterpillar who believed enough to make his own cocoon? And that peculiar hope which had kept her off the pillar and leapt within her when she heard about butterflies. The gray-haired caterpillar continued to cover himself with silky threads. As he wove the last bit around his head, he called, "You will be a beautiful butterfly. We're all waiting for you." And Yellow decided to risk for a butterfly. For courage, she hung right beside the other cocoon and began to spin her own. For courage, she hung right beside the other cocoon and began to spin her own. Imagine, I didn't even know I could do this. That's some encouragement that I'm on the right track. If I have inside me the stuff to make cocoons, maybe the stuff of butterflies is there too. Stripe made much faster progress this time. He was bigger and stronger since he had taken time out. From the beginning, he determined to get to the top. He especially avoided meeting the eyes of other crawlers. He knew how fatal such contact would be. He tried not to think of Yellow. He disciplined himself neither to feel nor to be distracted. Stripe didn't seem just disciplined. To others, he seemed ruthless. Even among climbers, he was special. He didn't think he was against anybody. He was just doing what he had to if he was to get to the top. "Don't blame me if you don't succeed. It's a tough life. Just make up your mind," he would have said any caterpillar complained. Then one day, he was near his goal. Stripe had done well, but when light finally filtered down from the top, he was close to exhaustion. At this height, there was almost no movement. All held their positions with every skill a lifetime of climbing had taught them. Every small move counted terribly. There was no communication. Only the outsides touched. They were like cocoons to one another. Then one day, Stripe heard a crawler above him saying, "None of us can get any higher without getting rid of them." Soon after, he felt tremendous pressure and shaking. Then came screams and falling bodies. Then silence. Lots more light and less weight from above. Stripe felt awful with this new knowledge. The mystery of the pillar was clear. He now knew what had happened to the 3 caterpillars. He now knew what must always happen on the pillar. Frustration surged through Stripe, but as he was agreeing this was the only way up, he heard a tiny whisper from the top. "There's nothing here at all." It was answered by another. "Quiet, fool. They'll hear you down the pillar. Where were they want to get? That's what's here." Stripe felt frozen. To be so high and not high at all, it only looked good from the bottom. The whisper came again. "Look over there. Another pillar. And there too. Everywhere." Stripe became angry as well as frustrated. "My pillar," he moaned. "Only one of thousands. Millions of caterpillars climbing nowhere. Something is really wrong. What else is there?" His life with Yellow seemed so far away. That wasn't it either. Not quite. Yellow. He let her image fill his being. "You knew something, didn't you? Was it courage to wait? Maybe she was right. I wish I were with her. I could go down," he thought. "I'd look ridiculous. But maybe it's better than what's happening here." But Stripe's thought was interrupted by bursts of movement all over his level. Each seemed to be making a last effort to find some entry to the top. But with every push, the top layer tightened. Finally, one caterpillar gasped, "Unless we try together, nobody will reach the top. Maybe if we give one big push, they can't hold us down forever." But before they could act, there were cries and commotion of another kind. Stripe struggled to the edge to see the cause. A brilliant, yellow-winged creature was circling the pillar, moving freely. A wonderful sight. How did it get so high without climbing? Then Stripe poked out his head to the creature that seemed to recognize him. It extended its legs and tried to grab him. Stripe caught himself just before being pulled out of the pile. The brilliant creature let go and looked sadly into his eyes. That look activated excitement Stripe hadn't felt since he first saw the pillar. Words from the past returned. "Butterflies alone." Is this a butterfly? And what did it mean? The top, they'll see. It was all so strange, and yet, like it was supposed to be. All those eyes with the look of yellow, could it be? Such impossible thoughts, yet the excitement inside wouldn't stop. He grew happy. Somehow he could escape. He could be carried away. But as this possibility became real, something else grew inside. He felt he shouldn't escape like this. Looking into the creature's eyes, he could hardly bear the love he saw there. He felt unworthy. He wanted to change, to make up for all the times he had refused to look at the other. He tried to tell her what he felt. He stopped struggling. The other stared at him, as though he were mad. He turned around and began down the pillar. This time, he didn't curl up. He stretched out full length and looked straight into the eyes of each caterpillar. He marveled at the variety and beauty, amazed that he had never noticed it before. He whispered to each, "I've been up. There's nothing there." Most paid no attention. They were too intent on climbing. One said, "It's sour grapes. He's bitter. I bet he never made it to the top." But some were shocked and even stopped climbing to hear him better. One of those whispered in anguish, "Don't say it, even if it's true. What else can we do?" Stripe's answer shocked them all, including himself. "We can fly. We can become butterflies. There's nothing at the top, and it doesn't matter." As he heard his own message, he realized how he had misread the instinct to get high. To get to the top, he must fly, not climb. Stripe looked at each caterpillar, inebriated with joy that there could be a butterfly inside. But the reaction was worse than before. He saw fear in eyes. They didn't stop to listen or speak. This happy, glorious news was too much to take, too good to be true. And if it wasn't true? The hope that lit up the pillar dimmed. All seemed confused and unreal. The way down was so immensely long. The vision of the butterfly faded. Doubts flooded Stripe. The pile took on horrible dimensions. He struggled on, barely, blindly. He seemed wrong to give up believing. Seemed impossible. A crawler sneered. "How could you swallow such a story? Our life is earth and climbing. Look at us worms. We couldn't be butterflies inside. Make the best of it and enjoy caterpillar living." "Perhaps he's right," sighed Stripe. "I haven't any proof. Did I only make it up because I needed it so much?" And in pain, he continued down, searching for those eyes which would let him whisper, "I saw a butterfly. There can be more to life." One day, finally, he was down. Tired and sad, Stripe crawled off to the old place where he and Yellow had romped. She was not there, and he was too exhausted to go further. He crawled up and fell asleep. When he finally awoke, he found the yellow creature fanning him with its wings of light. Is this a dream? He wondered. But the dream creature acted awfully real. She stroked him with her feelers and most of all looked at him so lovingly that he began to trust that what he had said about becoming a butterfly might be true. She walked a little distance away, then flew back. She repeated it as if he should follow. So he did. He came to a branch from which hung 2 torn sacks. The creature kept on inserting her head, then her tail into one of them. Then she should fly to him and touch him. Her feelers quivered and Stripe knew she was speaking. He couldn't make out words. Then slowly, he seemed to understand. Somehow, he knew what to do. Stripe climbed again. It got darker and darker, and he was afraid. He felt he had to let go of everything. Yellow waited until one day, Stripe grew out of his cocoon and they were together again. The end. Or the beginning. That was Hope for the Flowers. A different sort of book for everyone, except those who have given it completely, and even they might secretly enjoy it. Let me greet everyone right now. Hello, Alpha. Hello, Tyranitar. Keyshawn, thank you so much for the hydrate and posture check. I'm doing well. How have you been? Hello, Samuel. Hello, Golden. Thank you so much for being here. That was beautiful. Thank you, 14. It's one of my favorite books. I know it's a simple children's book, but I don't know. It holds a special place in my heart. I really like this book. Thank you for the love, you 14. I love you too. Gosh, that was only 30 minutes. I thought it would be longer. I guess I was reading a little too quickly. You love it, Noir? Yeah, I love it too. I'm glad you like it. Sometimes simplicity is the best kind of beauty. That is true. That is true. So yeah, I hope do I have a books lined up for next time? Honestly, no, because I just thought I would try this out. But if you enjoy me reading books to you all, I can do this like regularly. This is really good. Thank you. I actually have another book lined up, but it's a quick read. You're welcome, Proximize. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You like it? I can actually look for more children's books, because children's books are quick reads, and if I can't really read you guys a full novel, because I won't be able to finish it in one go. And I think this is a good rest for my voice after doing 2 days of karaoke. Yeah. At least this one doesn't require me to strain my throat, I guess. It's past midnight for me now. I really just wanted to like read you guys something before you went to sleep. Oh, The Little Prince. Yes, The Little Prince is a classic. That's my father's favorite children's book. Wait. It's a little longer though. Actually, The Little Prince is a book that people in school recommend because it has a lot of words that you can learn like from that book that you don't really hear on a normal basis, on a daily basis, I mean. Yes, exactly. How many? That's 78 pages. Yes, it's great for English class. Although it's hard to find the PDF of The Little Prince because it's so well known that you can't really, find the bootleg for it. I have, let me see if I can find the Shel Silverstein books that I have. You're also trying to remember some books. Yeah, it is. I've been meaning to do this actually. It's called The Missing Piece. I don't know if you guys know that. Truly an ASMR experience. Thank you. I'm happy you're enjoying my first ASMR. This is a very easy read actually. Let me pull it up. Oops. First? Yes, this is my first ASMR. I really just thought I would try it. Wait, no, not this one. It's not good enough for me. You don't know this one? I saw this book. I saw this book in a library. Well, not really, in a bookstore. And then I guess I read it. Actually, no, I'm lying. My friend saw this in a bookstore and she read it. And she told us the story. And me, being the crybaby that I am, I cried when I heard the story. And I looked for it. And I reread it again, and I didn't know at the time that it had a sequel. And the book that I found was actually the sequel. And then I cried again. And so now I have those two books, and I can't find them because it's Shel Silverstein and it's DMCA. It's DMCA copyrighted. I can't find it. It's actually, yeah. But the thing is, when I saw it in the bookstore, I was like, damn, this is so expensive for a children's book, because it was the type of children's book that had like thick pages. So it was that kind of book. It was a little square book. It was white and it had really thick pages. Man, I can't find it. I can't find it. Where the Wild Things Are. I know there's a movie about that, but I've never really read it. Oh my gosh, I can't find the PDL. I'm so sorry. Oh, when I find it, I'll read it to you guys next time. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. My antivirus is detecting stuff from the sites that I've been opening. Damn. I can't find the book. Oh well, I guess I'm reading you guys 2 books tonight. Caterpillars climbing into my PC. You got interested in books because of Kumon? Oh, you went to Philippine Science. Nice. I actually never went to Kumon, because when I was in school, I don't know, there was this thing that people who went to Kumon, like kids who went to Kumon, are the kids who weren't doing very well. You hated Kumon? I don't know, not to toot my own horn, but I was an overachiever as a child. Despite you getting better at math, it actually made you lazy. Overloaded with schoolworks. Yeah, because I know Kumon gives you homework as well. Yeah, and I'm like, the cool kids are doing Kumon. And I'm like, maybe I should try Kumon as well. And I'm like, I went to like one session of Kumon, and I'm like, this shit is easy. I'm too smart for this. So I stopped going to Kumon. Cause like, I'm not kidding when I said I am an overachiever, because I used to join Quizbees when I was in grade school. They would have me like go like participate in Quizbees, even though I was too lazy to actually do it. Actually, even in high school, teachers would beg me to like join these I don't know what they're called, speaking contests. I'm not really competitive. Even debates, not really debates, more like what's it called? Which category of Quizbee? Math, science, English? No. It's not a debate. It's like a speech thing where they give you a topic like on the day itself, and then you have like just a few minutes to prepare a speech that revolves around that topic. Yeah. Like those Miss Universe speeches. No, it's not a Q&A. It's like, yeah, it is kind of hard, but the thing is, I think they only wanted to. Oh yeah, that too. It's not like telling a story, because like, I think the topic that they gave me then was globalization amongst the youth, and I had to like build a speech or whatever around that topic. That's it. That's what they gave me, and that's different from the storytelling competitions, because the storytelling competitions, how it would go is they'd give me a book to read, right? And then after a while, when I'm ready, I retell the story to the judges, and depending on how I retell the story, that's how they'll decide who wins, I guess. Yeah, I had to make the piece as well for the, I think it's called an extemporary whatever. I'm not sure. It's been so long. But yeah, they would ask me to enter those kinds of competitions, and I'm like, what do I get out of this? Do I get special treatment for this or what? And they're like, and my teachers are like, please join. Yeah, impromptu. Yeah, it is scary as fuck. It is. But I'm like, fine. I'm like, fine. I was such a people pleaser when I was younger that I'd be like, fine. I can't be bothered. Yeah, exactly. Proximize. I'd be like, please, Ian, join. I'm like, fine. Okay, fine. So yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm an overachiever. And then I realized nothing matters in this world. We all die in the end. And then, yeah, I became an existentialist or a nihilist, whatever you call it. Life has no meaning. We give meaning to our lives. Hello, Nia. Yin is very fitting on the lore. Yes, I guess. I don't know. All I know is I know nothing. Well, anyway, it's been over an hour, so I really only just wanted to like stream for about an hour, so I guess I'll read you guys the last book for today. Teachers want their class to be the best, of course, and I get that. I fully respect that. I respect teachers a lot, because honestly, I would not have the patience to teach rowdy children without resulting to violence or murder. So kudos to teachers. I have no patience for children. You just woke up. Good morning, Will. Good morning. I am just about to put everybody to sleep. Yep, especially teens. Especially teens. I remember when I was in high school, I had this Filipino teacher. She was new. Like around the second half of the school year, she transferred, and she was a small, petite. Well, she was a really petite girl. I was taller than her. And the thing is, she was so soft-spoken that she couldn't control the rowdy boys in the classroom. And I felt so bad for her. Like, I remember there was this one day where the boys were just flat out disrespecting her and being noisy and whatnot. So what we did was, I know, poor Filipino teacher, I feel so bad for her. I still remember her name. And she was this short girl with really long hair. She had pale skin and she had the smallest voice. Yes, they took advantage of her nature. And I don't know what happened to those boys now. I think one of them is an engineer. The others, I don't really know. But yeah, there was this one day where they were just so rowdy. And it's just like the few good students who felt pity for her, I guess, and the ones who really wanted to learn, or the ones who just, didn't want to be part of the chaos. We just formed a little circle in the classroom while the boys were doing whatever they're doing at the back, and she just taught that little circle of people. Usually the rowdy boys are the ones who are successful. Not all the time, Will. Not all the time. Sometimes there are consequences to our actions. But like I said, life has no meaning. We give meaning to our lives. We all die eventually. That's my TED Talk for the day. Life is meaningless. Anyway, this is the second book, the last book for the day, for the night, I mean, to help all of you go to sleep. This is Go the Fuck to Sleep by Adam Mansbach, illustrated by Ricardo Cortez. For Vivian, without whom none of this would be possible. The cats nestle close to their kittens now. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. Ria. Wait. Ria, thank you so much for the raid. Let me start over. Hello, Bane. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you, Ria? Hello, Katal. Hello, Jark. Hello, 2K. Hello, Rap. Hello, Max. Hello, Evelix. Hello, Salvo. Hello, everybody. You guys are just in time for the last book of the day, and I hope this helps everybody go to sleep. Apex training. Yes, I really hope this helps everybody fall asleep. I just read everybody Hope for the Flowers. Hello, Lau. Yeah, so you're seeing something interesting? Anyway, thank you again for the raid, Ria. Oh, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Yin. I am dead. welcome to my grave. Feel free to stay for a while, but if you want, you can stay forever. Thank you again, Ria. Did you guys eat yet? Don't forget to floss and brush your teeth. That is so important. Oral hygiene is so important. Yes, please. Please take care of your bodies. You ate cookies? Yeah, don't forget to brush your teeth after eating sweets. Hello, Max. Thank you so much for following. Thank you for being here. You're going dead? I see, I see. You're all just in time. I'm about to start this book. Gonna doze off. Okay, Chris. Good night. Sweet dreams. Thank you for the flower, Max. This is Go the Fuck to Sleep by Adam Mansbach. Oh, Max wants to be called a good boy. Good boy, Max. Good boy. You're a good boy, Max. Illustrated by Ricardo Cortez. The cats nestle close to their kittens now. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please, go the fuck to sleep. The windows are dark and the town child. The whales huddle down in the deep. I'll read you one very last book if you swear you'll go the fuck to sleep. The eagles who soar through the sky are at rest, and the creatures who crawl, run, and creep. I know you're not thirsty. That's bullshit. Stop lying. Lie the fuck down, my darling, and sleep. The wind whispers soft through the grass, hun. The field mice, they make not a peep. It's been 38 minutes already. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Go to sleep. All the kids from daycare are in dreamland. The froggy has made his last leap. Hell no. You can't go to the bathroom. You know where you can go? The fuck to sleep. The owls fly forth from the treetops. Through the air they soar and they sweep. A hot crimson rage fills my heart, love. For real. Shut the fuck up and sleep. The cubs and the lions are snoring, wrapped in a big, snuggly heap. How is it you can do all this other great shit, but you can't lie the fuck down and sleep? The seeds slumber beneath the earth now, and the crops that the farmers will reap. No more questions. The interview's over. I've got 2 words for you, kid. Fucking sleep. Hello, Gangstax. The tiger reclines in the simmering jungle. The sparrow has silenced her cheep. Fuck your stuffed bear. I'm not getting you shit. Close your eyes. Cut the crap. Sleep. The flowers doze low in the meadows, and high on the mountains so steep. My life is a failure. I'm a shitty ass parent. Stop fucking with me, please, and sleep. The giant pangolins of Madagascar are snoozing as I lie here and openly weep. Sure, fine, whatever. I'll bring you some milk. Who the fuck cares? You're not gonna sleep. This room is all I can remember. The furniture, crappy and cheap. You in, you escape. You run down the hall as I nod the fuck off and sleep. Bleary and dazed, I awaken to find your eyes shut, so I keep my fingers crossed tight as I tiptoe away and pray that you're fucking asleep. We're finally watching our movie. Popcorns in the microwave beep. Oh shit. God damn it. You've gotta be kidding. Come on. Go the fuck back to sleep. The end. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. I hope I can read to you all again someday. Rest well. Sweet dreams. Thank you for being here. Good night. I'll see you again soon. Rest in peace, everyone. Bye. Mwah. Why are you still here? Hello, Paxos. This stream is supposed to end now. How come there are people that are still here? Hello, Papagilu. You want to be called a good girl? Good girl, Papagilu. Good girl. Hello, 14. You're still here. You guys are still here. You're not fine. You're the best girl. Yes, you're the best girl. Thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Hi, Tyranitar. You're a good boy, Tyranitar. You're a good boy. Good boy, Tyranitar. Since you guys are still here, I actually wanted to tell you that I found the PDFs of the books that I told you guys about. I was actually prepared to. Yeah, actual PDFs. I got it from archive.org. Yeah. Yes, actual PDFs. Let me boot up VTube Studio again, because I really was prepared to end stream. But the copies that I found on archive.org, they have a time limit. And so I can't really have them for very long. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue our little book reading. Okay. Let me just move to the side real quick. And then I'll move this here a little bit. There you go. See, it's a really old book. This is also what my copy looks like. So this is The Missing Piece by Shel Silverstein. This book is for Jerry. I don't know who Jerry is, but good on you, Jerry. Hello, Darkman. How are you? What time is it for you? Did you eat yet? It was a missing piece. No, wait. It was missing a piece. and I was not happy. So it set off in search for its missing piece. As it rolled, it sang the song, "Oh, I'm looking for my missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece. Heidi ho, here I go, looking for my missing piece." Sometimes it baked in the sun, but then the cool rain would come down. And sometimes it was frozen by the snow, but then the sun would come and warm it again. And because it was missing a piece, it could not roll very fast, so it would stop to look at a worm or smell a flower. And sometimes it would pass a beetle, and sometimes the beetle would pass it. And this was the best time of all. And on it went over oceans. Oh, I'm looking for my missing piece, over land and over seas. So grease my knees and fleece my bees. I'm looking for my missing piece. Through swamps and jungles, up mountains and down mountains, until one day, lo and behold, I've found my missing piece, it sang. I've found my missing piece. So grease my knees and fleece my bees. I've found my... Wait a minute, said the piece. Before you go grease in your knees and fleece in your bees, I am not your missing piece. I am nobody's piece. I am my own piece. And if I was somebody's missing piece, I don't think I'd be yours. Oh, it said sadly, I'm sorry to have bothered you. And on it rolled. It found another piece, but this one was too small, and this one was too big. This one was a little too sharp, and this one was too square. One time, it seemed to have found the perfect piece, but it didn't hold it tightly enough and lost it. Another time, it held too tightly and it broke. And so on and on it rolled, having adventures, falling into holes, and bumping into stone walls. And then one day, it came upon another piece that seemed to be just right. Hi, it said. Hi, said the piece. Are you anybody else's missing piece? Not that I know of. Well, maybe you want to be your own piece. I can be someone's and still be my own. Well, maybe you don't want to be mine. Maybe I do. Maybe we won't fit. Well, it fit. And it fit perfectly. At last. And away it rolled, and because it was now complete, it rolled faster and faster. Faster than it had ever rolled before. So fast that it could not stop to talk to a worm. Hello, Sakura. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the follow, Revenant. Thank you, Sakurami. Thank you, Amenami. Thank you, Oshiro. Thank you, Warlord. Welcome, everyone. We're reading The Missing Piece right now by Shel Silverstein. Thank you so much for the flower. You were doing art. How was it? Hello, Noir. I hope everybody has a good evening. By the way, what time is it for you, Ruby? Did you eat yet? Peaceful time. It's 1 a.m. We're on the same time zone then. I hope this helps everyone fall asleep. Mother? Yes, dear. Go to your beds, everyone. I'm reading you all a bedtime story. Let's continue. And away it rolled, and because it was now complete, it rolled faster and faster, faster than it had ever rolled before, so fast that it could not stop to talk to a worm or smell a flower, too fast for a butterfly to land. But it could sing its happy song. At last it could sing, "I've found my missing piece." And it began to sing, "I found my missing piece. I found my missing piece. So crease my knees and bleach my dreams." Oh my, now that it was complete, could not sing at all. Aha, it thought. So that's how it is. So it stopped rolling. And it set the piece down gently and slowly rolled away. And as it rolled, it softly sang, "Oh, I'm looking for my missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece. Heidi-doo, here I go, looking for my missing piece." And alas, a butterfly landed on it, and it rolled away happily while missing its piece. That was the first book. It's a 2-part series. I'll read you the second one in a bit. That was by Shel Silverstein. So this is the next book that I'm gonna read to you guys. It's called The Missing Piece Meets the Big O. It's the sequel to this book. Oshiro wants to be called a good girl. Good girl, Oshiro. Good girl. You're a good girl, Oshiro. Welcome back, G Sarsi. It's been a while since I saw you here. Good evening, everyone. Ruby wants to be called a good girl. You're a good girl, Ruby. You're a good girl. Good girl, Ruby. I'm just borrowing these books. I'm returning this book right now because I only have an hour. And now we're gonna borrow the second book for an hour. This is the last book, I promise, because we were in the middle of ending stream a while ago, but nobody was leaving. So I decided to look for these 2 books and read them to you. So this is the sequel, The Missing Piece Meets the Big O. Also by Shel Silverstein. This is one of my favorite children's books. If you have children's books for me to read, if you have recommendations, don't hesitate to tell me. Yes, Zenix. I'm still alive. Yes, that's true. I initially was ending stream, but nobody was leaving, so I decided to look for the 2 books that I mentioned earlier in this stream. Welcome, Kamori. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for being here. No one is leaving ever. We stay here forever. Thank you, Nia. Thank you. I promise this is the last one because I have an early day of work tomorrow. I have to go do a lot of things, so I'm starting my work early tomorrow. Anyway, let's continue. This is The Missing Piece meets The Big O. The missing piece sat alone, waiting for someone to come along and take it somewhere. Some fit, but could not roll. Others could roll, but did not fit. One didn't know a thing about fitting, and another didn't know a thing about anything. One was too delicate. Pop. One put it on a pedestal and left it there. Some had too many pieces missing. Some had too many pieces, period. It learned to hide from the hungry ones. More came. Some looked too closely. Others rolled right by without noticing. Hello, Levy. It tried to make itself more attractive. It didn't help. It tried being flashy, but that just frightened away the shy ones. At last, one came along that fit just right. They were happy, but all of a sudden, the missing piece began to grow and grow. I didn't know you were going to grow. I didn't know either, said the missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece that won't decrease. Lily wants me to whisper. I don't know if that registered on OBS, but just in case it didn't, let me try again. Nothing? It didn't? Rawr. And then one day, one came along who looked different. What do you want of me? Asked the missing piece. Nothing. What do you need from me? Nothing. Who are you? Asked the missing piece. I am the Big O, said the Big O. I think you are the one I've been waiting for, said the missing piece. Maybe I am your missing piece. But I am not missing a piece, said the Big O. There is no place you would fit. That's too bad, said the missing piece. I was hoping that perhaps I could roll with you. You cannot roll with me, said the Big O. But perhaps you can roll by yourself. By myself? A missing piece cannot roll by itself. Have you tried? Asked the Big O. But I have sharp corners, said the missing piece. I am not shaped for rolling. Corners wear off, said the Big O. And shapes change. Anyhow, I must say goodbye. Perhaps we will meet again. And away it rolled. The missing piece was alone again. For a long time, it just sat there. Then, slowly, it lifted itself up on one end and flopped over. Flop. Then lift. Pull. Flop. It began to move forward. And soon, its edges began to wear off. Lift. Pull. Flop. Lift. Pull. Flop. And its shape began to change. And then it was bumping instead of flopping. And then it was bouncing instead of bumping. And then it was rolling instead of bouncing. And it didn't know where, and it didn't care. It was rolling. And soon, the missing piece was not a missing piece anymore. It was its own piece. And they rolled with the big O. The end. That was a children's book, but I guess you could say this whole story is on a roll. I guess you could, Xenix. I guess you could. But yes, take what lesson you can learn from these books. I know they're just children's books, but there's something there for everybody. That was by Shel Silverstein. That was The Missing Piece Meets the Big O. I have to leave you now. For real this time. I have no more books for you all. If there's one thing you learn, sometimes you learn more from children than you do from proper adults. That is true, Xenix. That is true. Because like I said a while ago, sometimes adults forget the most basic things. And we have to learn them again from children. It's for real now this time. I have to leave you. This is goodbye for now. Good night. Sweet dreams. Rest in peace. You're welcome, Oshiro. Goodbye, everyone. Mwah. Oh my god. What are you still doing here? Go to sleep. Good night, Nia. Go to sleep. I can't do a raid because you guys might wake up. So just go to sleep. Close the tab. Tuck yourselves into bed. Crawl up under the sheets. Close your eyes and go to sleep.